Mhm, mhm. Hello, hello. Oh, hello. Let's see. Are we there yet? Mhm. It's busted. What's shaking? It is 83 degrees in the garage. I better pull this up. 83 degrees. It's going to be hot cardio. Hot. Hot, hot, hot cardio. Whew. So, what are we doing? Today's been quiet, except for our morning rumble. Rumble and tumble. Burr, 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 burr. Although today is much better than yesterday. Yesterday was yeah, not fun. It's funny how draining emotions can be, even when it's not happening in the moment. It's just having to relive it or talk about it again. And all you did was sit there. Ow, that's a 1 count. It's really exhausting. So we already have a 1 count for the head. Hit it once. Beetle. Shaking beetle. Did you go into a gym today? Ciao. Hi, Gino. Hello, Kelly. Tell me, Beetle, did you make it into the gym? Ciao from Italy. I love it. I'm jealous. Cheese. If I was in my teens, I'd do a backflip. Kelly, thank you. Thank you. You should see me at the end of 60 Minutes on this stair stepper, though. It's not so pretty. I'm jealous of Italy. Yeah. Beetle, today was a rest day. I did not walk into a gym today. Yeah. Normally, yeah. Oh, okay, later. Cheese. Age is only in the mind. Your legs will hold. I'm bottom heavy. So they would probably prevent me from actually flipping, I think. Now, my daughter, she will backflip off of anything. She's a little gymnast. Me, no. I pick things up and put them back down again. Yeah, I lift weights. Kelly, keep going. You got this. Yeah, 30 minutes. The stepper, but that's why I like the stepper. I can go slow, so I'm not having to run. I used to be a runner. I can go slow and still get my heart rate up, which lets me, hey, Chris, which lets me do things like work or a live stream where I can talk to you guys and answer questions, but I'm not having to like bounce or hit my head. So that's why I really like the stepper. It's the stairway to shredded, and I'm able to get more stuff done. Yeah, because otherwise I'd have to like do cardio and do a live first. I don't know. Cheese, would you recommend fighting the neighbor's dog as a pre-workout? No. especially if my dogs are your neighbor, are the dogs you are meaning, even though you're not. But if you were, especially not mine. Yeah. No, dogs, even like you're nice. So there was how old was she? 4, or no, maybe she was 9, I think, down in Bakersfield area, I want to say, maybe not, but in California. And she was mauled by a group of dogs. And they're like family dogs. They're like this person's dogs. And I think he had like 16 dogs. So there's probably something going on there. Carly! But anyway, she's still alive, which is crazy because there's like, the dad was saying there's no part that she wasn't bit, which is terrible. Kelly, do you do this once a day? So right now, no. Right now I'm what I call my off season. So I try to do as little cardio as possible to stay within striking range of my stage weight. And striking range is about 20 pounds, 15 to 20 pounds. So that sounds like a lot of weight, but in bodybuilding, it's really not. And if you think about how much food weighs when you eat it and how much water weighs, so like a gallon of water weighs 8 pounds. Your poop in your body can be up to 10 pounds. So when you manipulate water and sodium and food, I can lose 20 pounds pretty quick. But the goal with what I'm trying to do is to build a body shape. So I have to keep muscle on, and doing cardio will risk muscle maintenance, right? So if I have to do a ton of cardio, I'm going to risk the shape that I was trying to build in the off season. My dogs are barking like crazy. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but anyway, when I prep after each baby, I'm usually trying to squeeze that into like a 12-week prep, maybe 16 weeks. Sometimes this last one was 16. And I was up to 75 minutes of cardio every day for like, well, I did every day of cardio for like 14 of those weeks, but it was 75 minutes every single day with a sprint every 5 minutes for 45 seconds on this thing for about 10 weeks. So yeah, what are they destroying? Lord knows. Maybe I'll post a picture of what they ate up, dug up. They're monsters. Monsters. They're Malinois. So do I do the same time every time I do cardio? Right now, I'm doing 30 minutes 5 times a week. I will start prepping to do my next show in November in 2 weeks. Well, now a week. So next week is my last week where I get to eat fun stuff, have my kombucha or my glass of wine, or we just had In-N-Out and I had 2 double doubles. So off season, I get to eat more like that and then do this. And like I said, be within about 15 to 20 pounds of my stage weight. And then next week, at the end of next week, my coach, will probably bump me up a little bit. I actually see him this weekend, so he'll do a kind of in-person intake on the work that I've done in the last, gosh, it was a 16-week off season, but since my last show. So he'll see what I've built in the last 16 weeks and decide from there. So hopefully my cardio stays at 30 minutes. Because I almost didn't want to do the full 30. Nona, hush! Let's see if she listens. Nona! So, but good question. Now for my clients, it depends on what their goal is. Sometimes they'll have a cardio, like BPM goal, so heart rate. Sometimes they'll have a calorie goal. Sometimes I'll tell them the specific speed. Sometimes I'll tell them to do sprints. Sometimes it'll be the treadmill. A lot of times, look at it, she stopped. A lot of times, and then she barks again. I knew it. Hold on. Nona, Zuma! They're on their way, Paw Patrol. Yeah, that's our life. Paw Patrol is our life. Thanks to our boys. So, anyway, to stay relatively lean, not skinny, not shredded, just not overly big. That way, when I go to cut in this next prep, I won't have to do so much cardio. I'll be able to maintain what I've built. Am I flexible with my cardio or just in general? I'd say I'm flexible. I'm not gymnastics flexible, but if you're talking about the amount of time, gymnastics, okay. No, my daughters do gymnastics, not me. No, I'm also 40, so flexibility, it declines. Yeah, I do. My flexibility is making sure when I'm lifting weights that I'm getting full range of motion. I look 20, Kelly. I'll pay you later. Shh, that's too much. Too much. Gosh, I hope. Wow. I was even thinking I needed Botox. So that's cool. You can do the split still, Wilson? Okay. I won't lie, I tried that the other day. Hi, Sam. I tried the splits the other day. Not going to say why or how, but I thought I'd give it a shot. I wasn't too far. I got farther than I thought. Uh-oh. The dog's barking woke up that baby. All right, guys, this is a short and live, which means that what I didn't finish, I have to tack on to my next session. So the next cardio confessional, hold me accountable because we have 16 minutes left. Okay? So that means my next cardio confessional has to be 46 minutes. All right. Move before we go. But I got baby duty. Oh, wait. He put himself back down. Yes. So I attribute that to taking care of babies. It is a course that I did with our other babies that is incredible. So it teaches kids how to put themselves back to sleep. And I was rushing off because it takes a minute to say goodbye, to end the live, and then to run my fat butt upstairs. So I was prepping to be a good mom, but one of the things she teaches you is to wait 30 seconds. Now, the goal is not to let them scream their head off, but it's to give them a chance to feel that emotion and get through it. And any baby is not being tortured for 30 seconds. The person being tortured is the mom because it's hard. So she actually recommends to turn the sound down and just to look at they'll give you a color code of how loud it is. But then to also ask yourself, what kind of cry is it? Is it a, oh my God, I need you, mom cry? Or is it, oh, this is irritating cry? And one of the biggest things for me as a mom was differentiating that and not over responding and letting him learn how to put himself back to sleep, which we all do. So if you listen to the live that we did about sleep and recovery, we come in and out of sleep a lot around 2-3 o'clock in the morning. And that's actually when adrenaline spikes, right? We talked about that too. I think that was 2 lives ago. We talked about pre-workout and how adrenaline will spike at 2:30 in the morning, how it's conducive. Hey, Vape King. Hi. Pad Rack? I'm just going to call you Pad. Julia, thank you. I look like Felix from Stray Kids. I don't think I know what that is. But if you're in Discord, drop it in. I'd love to see it. It's probably funny. Bye, Chris. Enjoy your workout. I know you did your cardio this morning. So anyway, it teaches them how to put themselves back to sleep, which we have to learn how to do. It's a skill set. So the sooner you can teach your baby after a few weeks, few months, how to do that, the better they sleep through the night, because it's natural for them to kind of go in and out of this wake sleep cycle themselves from 2:30 to 3:30 to 4:30, which if you have a baby and that's like the time that they're like awake, the best way to practice this, as she teaches you, is during nap time. And she walks you through how to intervene, when to intervene. It has helped so much. My babies are sleeping through the night, usually by week 6. And it just takes a lot of work in the first few weeks, but it is amazing. And you're a better mom or dad when you get rest, because as we talked about in the sleep live, almost a month ago? Well, no, I started, 6 weeks ago? So probably a month ago. It was one of our first lives. How important sleep is to building muscle, burning fat. It's not this cardio session. You're only burning fat in this moment if you're doing it right. Otherwise, you're burning what you ate, what's still in your stomach, muscle. It's really hard to target fat burn. It's a very specific intensity. So, and then as soon as you get off, you stop burning fat. Unlike weight training, you're stimulating muscle growth, and muscle requires fat or energy 24/7. So, are we waking up again? So, maybe it's me that's being loud. The least amount of cardio Don't put all your eggs in a cardio basket. Put your eggs in the shape basket. How do you want to be shaped? You guys are gonna think I'm a broken record. But that's really what it comes down to, is shape and body fat percentage. So to build shape, you need to lift weights. To burn constant fat and not do a ton of cardio, which no one wants to do this. Nobody does. Nobody wakes up and goes, I am so excited to do cardio today. And if you do, say something. I want to say hi to you because you're a unicorn. I don't know anyone. I know people that say, I'm glad I did it, because you always feel good after you did it. You feel accomplished. You feel healthier. Serotonin has been boosted. You do feel good. But no one wakes up and goes, oh, Wilson, no, you don't. No one wakes up and goes, yeah. Like, you need coffee first, which means you don't wake up for yeah. You wake up and go, yay, coffee. And then maybe I'm ready for cardio. You know what I mean? Carly, yeah. Those are unicorns. I don't know. I still think even the people that love to do it, I don't know. I just love to talk to them. Maybe they can rub on me like this and give me some of that too. Hey guys, we have 8 minutes left, which means I don't owe 16 minutes. I owe 8 minutes if he wakes up right now. So I'm rocking. Whew, I'd rather get it done now. I don't want to do tomorrow. Tomorrow we have a special live set up. My mods don't even know about it yet because I need to tell them because I've just forgot. So remind me. But tomorrow is going to be a special live. So make sure he is napping, Carly. You felt bad. They both are. Both the boys. Girls are watching TV. They get to watch their girly shows. Because when the boys are up, it's Paw Patrol if we do watch it. So, yeah. That's why our dogs are named Nona and Zuma. So. But yeah, tomorrow, so like and subscribe. Make sure you have all the notifications on because it's a special live tomorrow. Something I have not done yet. Kinda, but not really. A twist on something. Yeah. So I don't want to give it away too much. 6 minutes. Any questions for anybody? Anything about, let's see, we have Labor Day weekend coming up. Does anyone have fun plans? Going anywhere, doing anything? Eating anything fun? Barbecues? Lake trips? If you're going to go to the gym and it's your cardio day, we're supposed to lift before cardio, right? Good question. So if you have any sort of insulin resistance or plateaus that you're trying to break through, I would say do the fasted cardio we talked about in the diets live, where you eat half of your protein and half of your fat, and then go do a fasted cardio session, and then eat the rest of that plus your carbs 30 minutes or later, and then do resistance training. Reason being, Someone that is insulin resistant will benefit more from, it's not so much fasted, just carb fasted cardio to activate the AMPK pathway, which kind of forces cells to accept insulin and for the body to burn fat, which is beneficial for someone that's having that issue. Now, if you are a lifter that doesn't have insulin issues, I would say after your workout, hello, Michael. I would say after your workout, because your heart rate is already elevated, so you're not spending extra time or useless time on the cardio machine risking muscle for fuel. So like I said, when you're building muscle and trying to create a shape, I know it's almost hitting the ceiling. We're on a one. We've already done it once. Iceman. So if you are trying to build muscle and create a specific shape and get lean, after your weightlifting session is more ideal because your heart rate will already be elevated, meaning you can do less time trying to get that heart rate up and then burning fat. So post-workout is ideal. Now, I like to have a meal between my leg workouts and my cardio because otherwise I get lightheaded because I'm pushing heavy on legs. I'm sorry if my name is weird. Monkey? Monkey Donkey? So for me with legs, I deplete my legs of all glycogen for the most part. I hope. That's my goal. So I need those babies to grow. And if I'm pulling all of the glycogen out, I'm already nauseous usually at the end of my leg workout. I don't have much left in me. So then to go on the stepper and do 30 minutes or more, and then I will do a backflip, only it'll be back flop onto the car. So I prefer, for me, on a leg day, which is every day, there's not a day I don't train legs. But if for some reason I just did upper body, I would do it right after. Otherwise, I put a meal in between. I'm still at work. Thanks, Iceman. I love it. Love it, love it. Michael, does that mean you agree? You're a lifter. Talking about when is best to do cardio. Before, right after, later after. When do you do it, Michael? And why? Bye, Wilson. Or is that... 1 minute left. Trucker. I do 45 minutes lifting weights and then 30 minutes of cardio and I'm good. That sounds like a good mix. You're a trucker for 30 years, or you're 30 years old and you're a trucker. Emu, that's a good time break. Yeah. Not break, but time. Yeah. What would be your goal? Maintenance? Are you looking to burn fat? You're 54, so you've been a trucker for 30 days. The trucker for 30 years. Better not be driving. We have 20 seconds left. So, 20 seconds. Make sure you like and subscribe. Like I said, a special live tomorrow. All right. Emu If you're maintaining, then you're on the same road as me, at least for the next 2 weeks. So I hope to see you back. Bye, everybody. Have a good day.